Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about media. So first and foremost, what are media? Media is a plethora of different things. It's the internet, it's watching this video right now, it's texting on your phone, it's watching a movie, it's reading a book, writing a letter, having a conversation, and even nonverbal, deciding what does this mean? What does this mean? And so on. Media runs our lives. So that's where media literacy comes into place, because media just dives into everything that is so essential at the core of how this world works. Media literacy revolves around access, analyzing, evaluating, and producing communication in a variety of forms. Media literacy is broken down into 5 core concepts. Core concept number 1 talks about media message being constructed. You are the author now. So you have to think about what kind of text that you are seeing. What kind of various elements go into making this? If you were the author of this video or book, would you have done something different? What do you think the author was thinking in making this? How many people would it take to even create this message in the first place? Core concept number 2 has to deal with media messages being constructive, using creative language with its own rules or format. So you talk about the colors, the shapes, the movement, the lighting, the things that go into the scenes that you're seeing and why they are so essential to the idea of a whole, of why this thing that you are looking at, a movie or a book, is important. Core concept number 3 deals with people's experiences and how they experience the same message differently. So as an audience member watching something, the person next to you will not think the same thoughts that you will. The person next to them will not think those same thoughts, and so on and so forth. So thinking about, have you ever experienced something like this? How close to does it come to a real life experience that you've had before? What could you learn from other people's responses if they laugh but you find it sad? How many other interpretations could there be of this one thing? How could you explain a different response? And what other viewpoints are valid? Core concept number 4 has to deal with media and being embedded values of points of view. So message and content. So what type of person is the person who is reading, watching, or listening invited to identify with? What questions come to mind as you explore this media? What political or economic ideas are communicated through the message? What is the overall worldview? What is being sold here to me through this? And core concept number 5 deals with most media messages being organized to gain profit or power, the purpose of why we create media literacy. So who's in control of the creation? Who are they sending it to? And how do they know to send it to these people? Who is served by the profits or benefits of the message? Who wins, who loses, and who decides these things? And what economic decisions may have influenced the construction or transmission of this message? So why is all these things important? Why do they play such a large role in our life? And that answer is simple. Because media is everywhere. Because now in the 21st century, due to being so media geared, we cannot walk out of our rooms without knowing what media is. If you woke up tomorrow and forgot what media was, your world would be turned upside down. We are built on a system of media and what it means to us to be media literate. Media is so important to recognize and understand and be able to interpret when it's appropriate to post something and when it's not. Being literate in the 21st century means understanding the phrase, why is everything chrome? It means being able to do the renegade dance. It means being able to understand the difference between LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and so on. It's understanding the past of where we've come from in order to understand the future and expand. Media is ever expanding, and with it we have to expand as well. It is important to acknowledge the fact that as media expands, we need to recognize where it's going, but also where it has been in order to build off something. If we recreate something that's already been done, what was the point of it in the first place? I think that media is a very important thing in all of our lives, and it is important to recognize the crucial role that it plays in our everyday being. without media, we wouldn't be able to text our friends or call them at 1 in the morning, or even be able to understand the concepts of writing a letter and sending it in the mail. Media has built this society and will continue to build it. So I hope with me, you'll think about these media literate concepts as you go through these videos about more in depth of how to understand media literacy and have fun with it. Do a few activities, get your family involved, and have a great time. I hope you enjoy our page.